How's it going, guys? We're back, and today in this video we got the E90 in the shop. Besides my SC and my IS, we gotta do something else to the group cars. In this case, we're kind of refreshing the entire front end. We got toe links, we got tie rods, we got arms, we got a bunch of other garbage that we're gonna be putting on this car. The 2010 E90, all-wheel drive, so we're gonna be dealing with the axle. How we're pretty much gonna do this video is Will's gonna do one side, I'm gonna do the other side, but we're gonna walk you through one side, and then we're pretty much gonna set up the other side for a time lapse. Pretty much just go from there, so it should be fun. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
It's about like 9:30, 9:45 right now at night. We both don't work till later tomorrow, so we can be here as long as we want. We might take a mad dash to Wawa for some energy drinks. But so we're gonna go ahead and start just kind of like disassembling the driver's side. We're gonna start on the driver's side. I don't know why, it's just my rule of thumb. We always start on the driver's side. So everything's stock on this car besides coilovers. So a lot of you guys should be able to relate to this video perfectly fine.
Coilovers in there.
It's on nice, pretty BCs.
Please sponsor us.
Right, that would be great. So I'm gonna throw you guys on the tripod, and we're gonna start tackling the driver's side. So let's get into it. So I don't have the tripod, so I'm pretty much just gonna freehand this. Will's gonna do this whole side, and I'm just gonna point at stuff and tell him to do it. So first things first, we're gonna start with the outer tie rod and the lower control arm, and then maybe the toe link too, because the toe link's also like right here, so.
Or the tie rod, or sway bar end link.
Sway bar end link thing, what he said. So yeah, we're gonna grab some sockets and start buzzing. All right, so we busted the nut loose on the outer tie rod. It's just a 24 mil socket, 24 mil ½ inch on the good old impact, busted that thing right off. So we're gonna grab a pickle fork or anything to separate these two. Sometimes you can use a hammer and just bang on the threads. See what we can come up with to get it out.
Oh, bitch.
Don't pull the car off the jack stands now. Well, we got it out.
Give me that hammer.
We got it out.
Some grease.
No, I'm good.
That's some fresh grease.
We got it out, but the pickle fork's kind of stuck. There we go. All right, so now what we're gonna do, in order to make sure we get this in the right spot, I advise you guys to grab some bright spray paint. Let's use red. Red's not, there's nothing there. So we're gonna use some spray paint and paint like where the thread stops, so we know exactly where to screw this onto. Always, since we're doing everything, we're gonna, obviously Will's gonna go get an alignment tomorrow. We kind of want to get him close because he's still got to drive at least home. So
I'm on wires, so.
yeah, if you couldn't tell. So we're gonna grab some cardboard, put it on the ground, and spray paint the tie rod real quick. So we just got the old one out, plain and simple. Not bad, but we're gonna replace them since we got them. So it is going to be, so since we got both sides, we gotta make sure. So no, they're not marked anywhere.
Oh, that's great.
Look at them, they're both the same. So we're gonna get this one where the other one was at, and then start on the lower control arm. Got the lower control arm nut off. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but swivel extension like this, and you bend the axle boot back, you can get it on. 24 mil socket, and now it's pickle fork time again. So we got the lower control arm out. We got a little bit of spray paint on it, but oh well. This one actually ain't that bad either. The
only thing that you see on it is just axle grease. I do need to replace axles soon.
yeah, it's a little bit of grease, but it ain't no big deal. But like I said, we got a whole kit, so we're gonna bring it over here and match it up with the new one. So it don't matter too much. So the lower control arms are pretty much the same. They all got the same bends and everything. So we're gonna use, this one looks the closest. It doesn't matter too much, but we're gonna put this one in there.
They look similar of some sort.
Yeah, they're both, the bushings are in the same spot, the notch is in the same spot, so we're gonna use this one just because I feel like it. We're gonna go ahead and get this piece in and start on the end link. All right, so we're actually making some good progress. We got the lower tie rod on, and we got the lower control arm, which kind of just buzzed right out. Size was it 18s? 18 for the lower control arm, buzzed right off. We cleaned up the bolt. It was super dingy and nasty, so we got that loosened. We're just kind of got it dangling. We're gonna start the end link, which shouldn't be too bad, and then the other control arm, and that'll be this side. So the end link's what size? 16. And obviously, as you see, this one's a little tight. You can't get, you gotta get a wrench on the other side. Fuck! Hi. Hey. All right, so we got the lower one off, pretty simple. As you can see, there's a nut on this side that you have to hold, and I believe the top's the same, so yeah, that light's a little hot. Tackle the top one, and yeah, go from there. All right, so we got the
backward nuts.
Old end link, and this one's actually not terrible, but it was definitely due. So this one matches with this one. There's no adjustment on these end links, so we're just gonna throw this one right in there and send it. So here you go. So now we're down here under the car. I know it's a little hard to see, but we're once again another 24 mil bolt to take this off. And then we got 2 Torx to take the actual ball joint itself off. And the plate's gonna have to come off them back here. So Will's gonna go ahead and buzz the nut loose and take that thing out of there. All right, so we got this thing out. This thing actually was, once again, not bad at all. So
This side isn't my problem.
it's the passenger side, but hey, we got it all in a kit, so.
Once we get the passenger side, you'll see some problems.
We got that thing out. Now he's got to get the top bolts for this. Let's keep going. So a lot of tedious wrenching later. We got the other traction rod, whatever you want to call this thing, out. And it appears to be this one. Yep, so on this one, the only major difference is 1, the bushing, and 2, the way that these point. So if you look at the thick part, it's both facing down. So this is gonna be the driver's side, this is gonna be the passenger side. So this is actually the last thing, then we buzz everything else in and
We're not worrying about inner tie rods right now.
yeah, inner tie rods, we don't have the tools for, nor the patience.
We're gonna service those whenever we do axles.
Yeah, so we're gonna do axles on the car later because this car doesn't have a front drive shaft. So when we do that, we're gonna throw the inner tie rods in.
And then you'll see us throw a front drive shaft back in as well.
Yep, so we're gonna get the new one in, the nice new pretty black one, and then just kind of send it. So far, we're actually going really good. We got everything else pretty much done. We're gonna put this one in. Oh, that's right, and we gotta do these things.
Yeah, let's throw those in first.
So yep, we're gonna go ahead and throw these in first. These ones came with new hardware, just like this. So we're gonna nut and bolt these, it appears to be. We're gonna put some washers on the nut side, not the bolt side, because if you, let me get these open real quick. All right, so after looking at these for a little bit, we got, obviously, as you see, it's a bolt with the washer kind of built in. So we're gonna put the washer on the nut side. And how I'm gonna say we're gonna put these in is the bolt through the bottom and then the nut on the top, kind of like rule of thumb. So we're gonna put it on. It's gonna look a little something like this with the washer and then the nut and the bolt. So let's go ahead and start working on these. Remember how I said it, how me and Will said at the beginning of this video that we might have to do an axle? We gotta do an axle because I pulled the steering knuckle out in order to line up the lower ball joint, and literally the axle just, hold on, let me show you guys. The axle,
I was gonna say, don't pull it out.
Literally.
It's drivable right now.
just kind of popped out. We got it back in there because he still does have to drive home tonight to go get the part tomorrow and to work tomorrow. So looks like you guys get a daily upload for 2 days because I'm gonna upload this video and then probably upload the axle video after that. We're probably only gonna do the driver's side axle unless the passenger side does the same thing. Hopefully not, but
Actually not, because I don't have the money for that.
we just got the other traction rod, lower control arm in. So we're pretty much gonna do that. I'm gonna kind of show you guys us tightening everything, and then we're gonna do a time lapse on the other side. So just want to give you guys that tidbit of information. All right, so 1 broken axle and a lot of head banging and banging away later.
Okay, the axle's broken, but we got it back in. Drive on for now.
It's there.
To get the alignment.
It's just there. So
It's enough to get the
we're
alignment.
pretty much done. New outer tie rod, end link, lower control arm, axle will be next, and then that traction rod. So this side's done. Like I said, we're gonna do a time lapse on the other side. Super simple work, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy the time lapse.
All right, so we are obviously struggling a lot if you guys can't tell by the time lapse. We agreed that the outer tie rod was good, so we ended up leaving that there because we couldn't bust the nut loose. But it had no play, it had no up and down play, and it was still packed with grease and all that goodness. You could see me banging away at the lower control arm with a hammer because the lower control arm and lower ball joint were just totally seized together. There was no getting them apart. We struggled with this for a long time. We do not end up showing us putting it back together because we got to the point where we just wanted to get out of there. I still wanted to upload this video because it's a lot of really good footage, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. We do end up taking a mad dash to Wawa, which I do kind of wish we did record, but we never ended up recording. So let's cut back to the music and you can watch us struggle until I cut to the outro. So one thing I do want to add before we cut back to the music is it is literally the same exact as the driver's side. It's just 100% rinse and repeat. Same nuts, same bolts, same sizes, same everything. So do with that information as you will. And back to the music.
All right, after a grueling 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 hours? About 5.5 hours, we finally got it done. We had a lot of issues with the passenger side as far as the lower ball joint goes. So, but she's finally done. We're getting ready to drop her on the ground, clean up the shop, and we're getting out of here.
Just know when you have old shit on the car, it's gonna be on there. You might want to be black.
Oh yeah, it was stuck for sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse, something a little bit different. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, drop a subscribe, and comment down below what you guys want to see next. Like I said, we're gonna do the axle probably here in the next couple days. And then yeah, could have went better, but we got it done at a reasonable time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.